Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Gyan Timirandasya. Gyananjana Shalakaya Chaksharan Militam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. We're beginning chapter 3 of the first canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam with commentary by Srila Visvanatha Cakravarti Thakur. After hearing about the stages of bhakti and then bringing us to the understanding of the modes of nature and the deities to be worshipped in accordance with the modes of nature, and describing that the best deity is that who is situated in the mode, or who is identified with the mode of goodness, that is Lord Vishnu or Vasudeva. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Now we hear about that Lord who is transcendental to this material world, but then manifests within this world for the purpose of creation. And all of his avatars are manifestations within this world for the purpose of protecting the world. For Vishnu is the divine protector. Chapter 3, list of the avatars, Sutta Uvacha, Sri Sutta Goswami says, first of all, the Supreme Lord accepted the form of the eternal first Purusha, full, like the moon, for creating the universes from the Mahatattva and the other elements. First, that Supreme Lord, Parama Devata, that Supreme Lord, who is situated beyond this universe, even before the universe is created, exists. He is like the full moon, complete and perfect, Om Purnam Ada Purnamidam. But he manifests within this world, as here it describes, the eternal first Purusha. And Purusha refers to the form like a man. You know, in Christian theology, it says that man is made in the image and likeness of God, that God is a person. And we, as human beings, are most close in resemblance to that divine person because we are made in the image and the likeness of God. So here he manifests for the purpose of creating the universe. The commentary of Srila Visvanatha Cakravarti Thakur states that the third chapter is an answer to the request by the sages to describe the various avatars. This chapter explains that the Lord, in one form alone, makes his appearances and performs activities. At the end of the previous chapter, it was said that the Lord was absorbed in various Leela avatars, manifestations of pastimes, for the purpose of Leela or pastimes. What pastimes and what avatars are these, becomes the question. So Sutta begins by describing the Purusha avatars, now in 5 verses. The original form of the Lord manifested within this world for the purpose of creation. Purusham means the form of a man, and defined as Purusha by saying that the Lord accepts this form. It means that it did not exist before. That means it is temporary? No. That form is described also as eternal. It is always situated in its Swarup. It is the highest truth, the Param Satyam. The Lord accepts this form of Purusha, who eternally exists for the purpose of creating the universe. He accepts a form which already exists. So the idea is that the Lord always exists, sometimes manifest, sometimes unmanifest. But for the purpose of manifesting this universe, he also manifests that form. After, second verse, after Garbhodakshaya Vishnu lay on the water and went into trance, Brahma, the Lord of the universal creation, appeared from the lotus in the water of his navel. This is the second form of the Purusha. So first, there are 3 names: Karanadakshayi, Garbhodakshaya, and Kshirodakshayi, Vishnu. Karana means the original cause. That was the first Purusha. Then he manifests as Garbhodakshaya, and Garbha means womb. That from the womb, or in other words, from that navel, the Lord manifests Brahma, who becomes the creator. Then further, he then enters into each universe as the Paramatma, the soul within the super soul within the heart, and also the super soul of the entire universe. And he is known as Kshirodakshaya Vishnu because he lies on the ocean of milk. The expanse of planets is imagined to be situated at various places on his limbs. So sometimes for the purpose of visualization, the idea is that the Lord is seen and all the planets are seen throughout his body. This form of the Lord is pure sattva, unmixed with the lower modes of rajas and tamas. And that form is composed of eternity, knowledge, and bliss, always in its transcendental state. Commentary. That Purusha entering into each universe, situated in his hair holes, laid down on the Garbhodak waters, which he created, and then went into a state of trance. That state is called the Yoga Nidra. The planets from the Patala, the lowest, to the highest, the Satyaloka, are imagined to be seen throughout his body, to be situated at particular places on his limbs. This is for the purpose of a meditation. One can imagine that the Lord is lying there and everything, all the planets are situated within him. This form is Padmanabh, who manifests the universe from the lotus, Garbhodakshaya, a portion of Pradyumna. The form mentioned in the previous chapter, Hari, Rincha, Hariti, Samgha, refers to the third Purusha, the Kshirodakshaya. The first form of Mahavishnu is the inner soul of Prakriti. The second form, Garbhodakshaya, is the inner soul of the collective jivas, that the jivas are born from his body. And the third form, Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, is the inner soul of each jiva. So he is there situated within the heart of all. In this way, the universe is seen to become manifest. With spiritual eyes, the devotees see this amazing form, with thousands of legs and arms and thousands of heads and ears and eyes and noses, shining with thousands of crowns, earrings, and clothes. We know from the Bhagavad Gita that here it says spiritual eyes or divine eyes, that Krishna told Arjuna that in order to see me, you must have the proper eyes. And he blessed him to see this universal form of the Lord. And that is the form that is being described to be meditated upon in the beginning of one's meditational practice. Those who have not reached perfection by bhakti can meditate upon this form. This is the beginning of a meditational form, that the Lord is the universe. And that's a very common concept. When one cannot visualize that God is a person, one can visualize that God is the universe. And many times in New Age philosophy, people say the universe gave me this message, not defining God as the supreme person. Sometimes people are hesitant to define God as a person, but in reality, God is the supreme Purusha, the supreme person. But in the beginning, one can meditate that he is everywhere present. The universe is his form. He is the indestructible source of various avatars. His expansion is Brahma. Then from Brahma, the expansions are Marichi and other sages. First, Brahma is born from the navel, and then the various universes, or the various planetary systems are created along with the sages and so forth. We'll hear more in detail. This is just a brief description. And through them, the Lord then creates the devatas, the animals, the human beings, all gradually becoming manifest. Garbhodakshaya Vishnu first made his appearance in the Kumaras. Becoming Brahmanas, they undertook continuous, severe vows of brahmacharya. So Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, again, Garbha, meaning the womb, that Brahma is born from that. Then from Brahma, his various sons. The Kumaras are considered the first sons of Brahma. They became Brahmanas and took up the vow of brahmacharya. Commentary by Srila Visvanatha Cakravarti. Now the avatars, starting with the Kumaras, are described. The Kumaras are considered the first avatars after Brahma. Padmanabh Garbhodakshayi, who carries out creation of the Devatas and others through portions of his portion, Brahma, made his appearance in the Kumaras. Becoming Brahmanas, they undertook vows of abstinence. This means that they preach this by their conduct to the world. The words first, second, etc. are only enumerating the avatars and not indicating exact chronology. Sometimes just the number of avatars are described, but they can appear at various times. Secondly, the Lord of Sacrifice, lifting up the earth from the Rasatala for its welfare, took the form of a boar. We know in the Dasavatar, the boar incarnation is described as lifting the earth out of the nether regions. The Lord then also made his appearance among the sages as Narada Muni. So here it is describing how the Lord manifests in various ways. Narada is considered the second son after the Kumaras from Brahma. He produced what is called the Pancharatra scriptures, from which one learns how devotional activities free one from the bondage of karma. The works of Narada includes the ways of devotion through deity worship and so forth. So he taught the ways of devotion. Fourthly, then, appearing through the wife of Dharma, he manifested as Narayan and performed severe austerities which give peace to the soul. Here is a brief description, again, because now we're hearing about the wife of Dharma, and there was no discussion of that yet. But this is just, in the course of time, these various personalities have manifested. Narayan is considered the overlook of the universe, especially of this earth, for the protection of the earth. It's described that Nara and Narayan is sometimes described as Arjuna and Krishna, who reside in this form and eternally manifest within the Himalaya mountains throughout the entire course of universe of the earthly existence before destruction takes place. The fourth, or the Turiya, Dharmakala, a part of Dharma, refers to the wife of Dharma, since the Shruti says, Adharo va esho atmano yat patni, the wife is half of oneself. So this is describing this incarnation and how Narayan appeared. Fifthly, he became Kapila the wise, best of perfected beings. He himself spoke to the Asuri Brahmana and discussed the philosophy of Sankhya, which defines the various principles of existence which had been lost in the course of time. The fifth avatar is described as Kapila. Being requested by Anasuya, the wife of Atri, the Lord became her son as Dattatreya and taught knowledge of the soul to Alarka as well as to Prahlad and others. The seventh incarnation is Jagna. Jagna appeared as the son of Ruchi and his wife, Akuti. He protected the reign of Swayam Bhuvamanu with the Devatas called Yamas. The eighth Lord was born to Nabi and his wife, Merudevi, as Rishab. He shows the path of the wise, worshipped by all the ashrams. This way the Lord appears throughout the ages and also manifests various teachings according to the time and circumstance. The ninth, requested by the sages, the Lord took the form of a king named Prithu. And because he milked the herbs from the earth, he is considered the most desirable of the avatars. Here it describes that in the commentary that he took the body of a king, Prithu. Herbs is representative of other things also. In other words, manifested all the wonderful things that the earth produces. So that King Prithu assisted in that, to sing to the well-being of the earth and the flourishing of all the things that the earth produces. When there was an inundation after the period of the Chakshush Manu, the Lord then appeared in the form of a fish and protected Vaivashvata Manu, placing him on a boat formed from the earth. So there was a temporary or partial inundation in the period of the Chakshush, and the Lord then appeared in the form of a fish, and that is described how he saved the Vedas along with the things upon the earth. The Lord then appeared as Parashuram. Wait, I think I missed a page, yes. In the 11th appearance, the Lord appeared in the form of a tortoise, and he held the Mandara mountain on his back for the Devatas and the demons who were churning the ocean. And then the Lord took the form of Dhanvantari as the 12th avatar. This all took place in relationship to the form of the Lord as a tortoise in the churning of the milk ocean. Then the Lord manifested as Dhanvantari, who taught the science of health, the Ayurvedic system. Then the next avatar, was 13th form, was a woman named Mohini, which was done to trick the demons and give the devatas the nectar to drink. Through Mohini, he let the devatas drink the nectar from the churning of the ocean and bewildered the demons by preventing them from taking that. The next form is that of Nrsimha. He is considered the 14th avatar. He pierced the chest of the strong king of the demons with his nails, just as a woodcutter breaks iraka grass. Of course, that story is a lengthy story, how he actually not only did he kill the demon Hiranyakashipu, but he protected, the more important aspect is that he protected his devotee, Prahlad Maharaj. The next avatar is described as Vamana. He is the 15th avatar. The Lord went to the sacrifice of Bali Maharaj, and what did he do? He begged for 3 steps of land, but desiring to steal the heavenly kingdoms from him. In other words, through his 3 steps, we know he appeared as a dwarfish person, but then he enlarged himself to step throughout the universe, covering everything with his 3 steps of land. He said, he begged that you please give me only 3 steps of land. Oh, my dear Bali Maharaj, I am a poor Brahmana. All I need is enough space for myself to lay down. What more does a Brahmana need? Just a little place like that. So Bali Maharaj said, yes, I award you this. And then through steps, the Lord covered the universe to gain back the heavenly worlds for Indra. The Lord then appeared as Parashuram, the 16th avatar. Seeing the kings harassing the Brahmanas, became angry. He became angry at the Kshatriya class, who were supposed to listen to the Brahmins, but instead they were harassing, here it says, harassing the Brahmins. Becoming angry, he killed them off every time they regenerated, 21 times, annihilating the Kshatriyas on the earth. That is the Lord Parashuram. The Lord born of Parashara in the womb of Satyavati as the 17th avatar seeing the meager intelligence of the people, divided up the tree of the Vedas. And this is referring to Vyasadeva, who divided the Vedas into 4, and then finished his work by writing the Mahabharata and ultimately presenting to us the Srimad Bhagavatam. The Lord then took a divine human form as Lord Ram, performing brave actions such as controlling the ocean with a desire to help the Devatas. So in this way, Lord Ram manifested, and that's an epic in itself. The Ramayana tells the whole story, but that will be included also within the Bhagavatam, some description of Lord Ram's pastimes. But the entirety, if one wants to understand Ram's pastimes, massive work called the Ramayana. The Lord then appeared in the Vishnu dynasty in 2 forms. After Ram, he appeared again, but this time as Balaram and Krishna. They are considered the 19th and the 20th avatars, and they relieve the burden of the earth. Then, when the Kali Yuga started, Buddha, son of Anjana, will appear. Here it says will appear, because this was done before the appearance of Buddha, in the province of Gaya, with bewildering instructions that confuse the demons. And then at the junction of the yugas, when the kings are almost criminal, and the Lord of the universe, Kalki, will be born as the son of Vishnu Jesha to destroy that class. All the sages, the Devatas, the powerful humans who are considered sons of Manu, along with Brahma's sons, are considered to be vibhutis of the Lord. That is an aspect of the brilliance of the Lord, a part of the Lord, but not directly the Lord. Sages, Manus, Devatas, powerful humans. All avatars are mentioned. All avatars mentioned and are not mentioned here. There are some that are mentioned, some that are not mentioned, who are portions of Mahavishnu or empowered jivas, appear to create happiness within the world. That is their purpose, to create happiness whenever it is afflicted by the demons and their ideas. But, here the word tu, indicating but. Now I've described all these powerful personalities who are vibhutis of the Lord, or empowered beings. Sometimes we use the word Shakti Vaishavatar, empowered beings, as well as the direct manifestations of the Lord. I have described all this. But now let me say one more thing. But, I have to put a but, he says here. But, there is a exemption to that. Krishna's tu, Bhagavan Swayam. But, now here he mentions Krishna. After giving the full list, he says, Krishna's tu, Bhagavan Swayam. But it is Krishna who is the original, the Swayam, the original Bhagavan. He is the original personality of Godhead, known as Vasudeva. He is the Supreme Lord, the Parama Devata, from whom everything manifests, beginning with the Vishnus who created this world and all the expansions of Manus and Devas and so forth, and the various Leela avatars, including Nrsimha and Ram and everything. Krishna's tu, Bhagavan Swayam. But it is Krishna who is that supreme personality of Godhead. We'll stop at this point here. Jai Gaur Premanandi Haribol Jai Shri Radhesha.